We are queued up. We have sound speed. Transmitters? We don't need no stinking transmitters.
Hello and welcome to Mad Dog's Messy Desk. Today we're going to be doing a test on a product called Amdro Powerflex. It's kind of an interesting device. It's a gallon container with a sprayer attached, and the sprayer has a small motor in it powered by 4 AA batteries. And it has these individual canisters of different items: weed killer, indoor killer for pests, lawn weed killer. I think that's just 2,4-D, and the weed and garden killer, weed and grass killer is a glyphosate. And the other two I haven't looked at. I'm not sure about. I'm going to be trying to start off with the weed and grass killer and the total weed killer, just to see how easy it is to use this device. Basically, it's really, if it works, it's going to be pretty cool. Basically, can fill the container with water. There's a small tube that goes down to the bottom, comes up, and goes into this device, which is a spraying device with a little motor in it. And you take these canisters, and I'm assuming they're going to be reusable. They have a little rubber septum in there that you take and you screw in to here, and there's a small needle in there. You should be able to just barely see it, and as you screw it in, it punctures it and seals it, I'm assuming. And basically this is a reservoir for water, and this device, I'm assuming, mixes it. And it's got a little wand here that you can extend. It's pretty cool. And a little button for the motor to spray. And pretty cool. We'll see how it works. I'm going to try 2 test spots. One just to kill everything, and then one with the 2,4-D canister to see how that works. I'll have a lot of still pictures and let you know. This will probably take a week or two. Glyphosate usually takes about 2 weeks at least to show a major kill. So there'll be more videos to come and some stills. Enjoy. Welcome to part 2 of Mad Dog's Messy Desk, the test of the Amdro Powerflex Pest and Weed System. And I got as far as filling the container with water and putting the hose into it and pressing the button for the little electric pump that's in here. And I'm going to show you, as you can see here, it didn't work. It sat there for maybe 2-3 minutes with it pumping, the little trigger here pulled, trying to get it to work. Motor ran, didn't suck any fluids whatsoever up out of the container. So I said, okay, let's tear it apart. And I tore it apart, and I found that a piece apparently was broke, and a little tube that goes into here, which goes into where you push these containers into, it was leaking and or broke. And there's just nothing I can do about it at this point. So I am going to order another one of these devices right here in the gallon jug. It's only like $14 or $15. I found it on Amazon, so I got one of those on order, and we'll continue the test after this. The only thing I could think of was this sat out over wintertime in my garage. And here in Michigan, my garage never freeze. Well, almost never freeze. We had a really, really cold, deep winter this year. So the only thing I can think of is that there's some real small orifices in this, and it looked like there had been fluid or water in it at one point. The only thing I could think of is that water got in there and was froze over wintertime and cracked some of the plastic inside the device. So not a lot I can do right now, so I will come up with part 3 when I get the new system. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Well, hello, and welcome to part 2 of the Amdro test on Mad Dog's messy desk. Today I'm going to spray. I got a new container. I bought it for like 15 bucks, and we're going to give it a try today. In here I filled this with water and just a little bit of sticker spreader, excuse me, to make the water a little bit wetter. Didn't say to do that, but I normally do that when I spray. Now, this is all set to go. On the back of this is a handy dandy little carriers, and today we're going to use weed and grass killer, which is basically, looking at the ingredients, is glyphosate. So it's basically Roundup. So anyway, here we go. We're going to take the top off. And of course I got my handy dandy rubber gloves. Whenever you do this kind of stuff, you want to wear rubber gloves. Basically you take this and take it and put it in here, twist it in, and I'm going to hold this a little differently so I have a little pressure on it. And supposedly that punctures the septum on it, and it's ready to go. And there's an area right over here that I'm going to spray. Give it a try. We open this up, and then we open the wand, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to turn the camera in an area that has overgrown my junk pile, basically, with trees and grapevines, and we're going to give this a try, and we'll see how it works, and we'll come back in part 3, and I'll show you the results. Hold on one moment. Okay, well, in my infinite wisdom, I got all the way back to the editing room. Of course, my editing room is the lazy boy in the living room, and found out the button wasn't pressed for this segment. I wanted to show you the area that I'm going to spray, which is this entire area here. My junk pile. Basically, it's wherever something I don't know what to do with, I throw it here. So it gets overgrown from time to time. So right now, the camera's moving on. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, so I wanted to show you how the sprayer worked anyway. It shoots out about, well, it's not going to work. The batteries fell out. Yeah, you know, this is like the second time I've done this, so the batteries fall out of the end of it because the end catches. And there we go. Now, alright, and now she'll work. Anyway, she will, won't she? No, she won't. Wow, what did I do wrong? That's wrong. There we go. Okay, anyway, things happen when you do videos by yourself. Let me push this canister back in. Alright, this is the part of the test I really wanted you to see how this device sprays. And see, I've got to get it going, I've got to bring up the gallon jug. There, now she's going, to get the siphon going. And I sprayed this entire area here. Took me about 10 minutes, but I did spray it. Because there's not a lot of volume that comes out of this. But it would be good for a small area. And that's about all I wanted you to see here. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks and we'll see how this is has come out. Alrighty. See ya. Well, hello. And welcome to Mad Dog's Messy Desk, a test of the Amdro spray system. This is the final installment. Again, I don't have any my famous assistant with me to video, so the video may not be perfect. It's just sitting here on top of the cart right now. I want to show you the area that I sprayed 3 weeks ago, and you know, it actually worked quite well. Let me get the camera and we'll take a look at it. Okay, here we go. Now you can actually see all the junk that I have. If you remember from the last video and stills, this entire area was covered with grapevines, which are now deceased. So I guess I'm going to have to give it to them. It worked quite well. Even for a large area like this, I didn't use up maybe a third of the cartridge on this area. Right here, another dead area that I sprayed with it. So overall, I got to give the system a pass here. I think it worked just fine for what its purpose is intended for. The cartridges actually do work, which is a surprise to me, and it didn't use a whole lot of it, so I could do what I did here again probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So I'm pretty pleased with it. So let me get the product, and again, no assistance, so pretty crude. But in any case, the Amdro system, give it a try, especially if you're in a small area, say an acre or so, and you've got maintenance to do as far as clean up, weed kill, use of Weed Be Gone to get rid of broadleaf leaves. Give it a try. I will give it my seal of approval, other than the fact that this device is a little on the cheap side. But the other thing is, they're only $14.95 on Amazon. I bought a whole brand new one, so that's not real pricey. So overall, I think it's a good product. Enjoy. See you next time on Mad Dog's Messy Desk.
Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Mad Dog's Messy Desk. Any comments or questions, you can contact me at maddogsmessydesk@hotmail.com. Most of the music provided by Mevio.com. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes. Go to the iTunes store and in the search box type in 10rats.com. That's 10rats.com in the search box. Till next time, find your common sense and use it. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Watch out for the morons. They're everywhere.